Well, today we are having our 4th Convent Crawl, which is an opportunity for young women to travel around our town and see different communities, learn what their ministries are and their charism, and see where they live. So this way, we have an opportunity to talk about ourselves, talk about our lives, and give other young women an opportunity to ask us questions, because for the most part, they don't even bump into sisters during the regular day.
It was actually really beautiful because I'm kind of interested in it. I'm not sure if I'm like super interested in it or not, but it was kind of this was a learning experience for me with my conversion. So it's beautiful to see the different stages of where every young woman was at in their lives and their different thoughts about religious life.
But when I was in college, I was really involved in our Catholic campus ministry program, and it was a very vibrant group of Catholic young adults, and really started to grow deeper in my faith. And that's when I first felt God calling me to consider religious life. And at that time, I knew like nothing about religious life at all. I hadn't even met a sister at that point.
I personally had not been really a part of it. I was baptized Catholic, was raised Catholic, but wasn't really into my faith until I was 19, and I just fell in love with God and my faith. It's all through God's grace, because I don't really know how that happened. He just worked in my life, and so I tried to be very involved in my church, and that was great, but I just kept feeling like God was calling me to something more.
But the longer I fought it, the more restless I became, until finally I said, okay, God, I give in. And once I gave in, there was peace, and I knew this is where God wanted me.
And it's really been true that I was restless, and I think that's the theme of many sisters as you talk to them, that they were restless, as St. Augustine said, until I rest in you.
And we are quite a variety of people that he calls. You don't have to be perfect, you just need to be yourself in his creation, in his call, and responding to that.
What surprised me was that the ground root of every different order is the same, and it's the relationship with God and their duty to follow what the Lord is telling them to do. It was also surprising to me of they're all different, and they all live their life of who they are, of how God created them to be, but by spreading it through who they are.
I'll just leave you with this quote from Henry Nouwen that I love, and he says, my deepest vocation is to be a witness to the glimpses of God that I've been allowed to catch. And I think for me, as a sister of St. Joseph, as a woman religious, that's what my deepest vocation is to be able to share those glimpses and to share with people when they catch a glimpse of God, and to learn from the glimpses of God that are all around us. So.
It was really fun and really eye-opening to see how the sisters live and to want to be more like that, even if I decide to or to not to go into the sisterhood, but to try to live my life through prayer with God.
What will religious life be like in the future? Because I think that there is a call for it. So, it's hard to know what it's going to look like.
My sister Peggy and I always have these conversations. Did she get the best deal as a married woman, or did I? So both of us agreed that I have a freedom she no longer has, and she has a freedom that I'll never have. So, but it's all where God wants us to be.
When God calls a person, he gives the person the graces that goes with it. So somebody might think that it is difficult, but when you are the one who is doing that task, God fills you with the graces, and you know that this is what God wants me to do.
I'm not going to say that it was easy, because it's not. It's not easy, but again, if that's what you want and you know that the Lord is calling you to that, you're going to get through it. And one thing that I can say is develop and expand your prayer relationship with God, because that's what sustains you.
And so I'm very fulfilled right now as a nun and as a novice, and so I'm very excited for the next years of my life and going through formation. And so I ask for all your prayers to please help me in continuing this journey. Yes.